India. This is going to be a great clash. The clash of the speedsters. From Indonesia, we have Leslie Deda. And from India, we have Speedy Sweetie. I think Indonesia's got the bulk. But I think the speed, I'll go for India's speed. Indonesia to kick off. They're in the red and white, the customary red and white of Indonesia, running left to right of your screen. India will have first use of the ball. We're all ready for a great semi-final here for the Women's Cup. Battle of the Speedsters. Sweetie Kumari, Leslie Deda. Who will come out victors? Referees all set. And here we go. Semi-finals of the Women's Cup. Knock on from India. It went back, says the referee, but Indonesia have use of the ball. They picked it up. It's Leslie Deda. She's running up with the ball. High tackle from India. Indonesia, quick tap and go. It's Nadia. Nadia Korisnusa. Kornus Nisa with the ball. It's Leslie Deda. Leslie Deda. Indonesia, first blood, 5-0.
No prizes for guessing that. Bobby is pretty excited here sitting on my left. Great start for Indonesia. Great showcase. The ladies have been on fire all weekend, and I'm sure they're going to keep this going for the next 14 minutes.
5-0 kick to come. Leslie Deda, true champion. And it's successful. Indonesia 7, India 0.
Yeah, strong start here for Indonesia. Just what they needed. Good to start on the front foot, and let's see what they can do. Keep it going from the kickoff.
Very good conversion there from number 5, Veronica Olua. Great support there on the far side of the field from the local Indonesian fans. Great to see you boys and girls. Thank you very much for supporting Rugby Indonesia. A nice deep kick here. India with the ball then. It's big Fahbiz. Fahbiz with a good run. India switch it back in.
Yeah, looking to use the width here.
That's good defense there from Indonesia. And the ref says it'll be a knock-on from Indonesia. Scrum feed to India. Great pressure.
Yeah, certainly not holding back in the contact there and just sending a message to let them know that this isn't going to be an easy game for India.
Big scrum coming up for both teams. Some big girls there for the scrums, both sides. Big goal for Indonesia, Regina Fetawin. Scrum twisting, penalty to India. Quick tap and go. It's Vabiz. Vabiz running it up the middle.
Yeah, Fabiz has been a great runner all day. Very strong with the ball and also looking to spread it around when she gets the opportunity. But here come Indonesia.
Indonesia have come up with the ball. It's number 3. It's Indri for Indonesia!
Great try there for Indri Lahu for Indonesia. Great teamwork, good passing, seeing the space out wide, and what a finish.
That's great pressure on the defense there from Indonesia, putting it onto India. India coughing up the ball. And Indonesia capitalizing. Veronica with a kick to come. That's a good attempt. And it just falls short. Indonesia 12, India 0. Indonesia to restart. And that's a knock on. Indonesia, another great opportunity to attack here on the 22.
Yeah, and it just looks like India are feeling a bit of pressure here early on in the game. And Indonesia just keeping their foot down and keeping their pressure on.
The crowd getting warm up there on the other side of the pitch, chanting Indonesia, Indonesia. It's a great strong scrum from both packs. Indonesia with the win of the scrum. Attacking well. It's Leslie Deda. It's the playmaker for Indonesia. She's put down 10 meters out. She gives it to Indri. Indri sets it up for Indonesia. Indonesia 5 meters out. Putting on the pressure. It's number 10 for Indonesia. She's over the line. Did she get it down? Referee says try. It's Veronica Olua.
It's Regina Fetuin.
Regina Fetuin with a try.
Pardon, Bobby. He's just so excited, yeah. I've got to hold him back.
Mate, I feel like to jump over this table and just give the girls a big hug. Yeah. Indonesia stretched their lead.
And just picking up where they left off yesterday. Just great play, dominating games, and today is showing that same dominance early on in this game.
Bobby, you're allowed to ask a question.
I'm the commentator. That conversion was unsuccessful. Indonesia 17, India 0. Great atmosphere here. 1 minute left in the first half. Indonesia leading 17-0.
Lovely kick into space.
The ball favors, the bounce favors Indonesia. They come up with the ball.
Yeah, well recycled there. Sticking to the basics.
Good hit there from India. It's Regina. Regina with a good hit up. Indonesia with a knock on.
Oh,
Indonesia committing too many in the ruck there.
And India with their speed are going to probably look to see what they can do here.
Vabiz taking it up. India setting up. There's no one there in the ruck. As the halftime buzzer sounds, India have a chance to put some points on the board.
It's Sweetie.
It's Sweetie. Sweetie. No. Good defense from Indonesia. They come up with the ball, but it's a penalty to India.
Yeah, hands in the ruck there. Ref calling them back for the penalty. India back on the attack just before halftime.
Here's a test of Indonesia's defense. It's Vabiz with the ball. Vabiz with a step, and Vabiz is over the line. She'll pick up a 5-pointer right on halftime. It's Indonesia 17, India 5.
Yeah, and Vabiz has been a standout for India in this first half. She's been all over the park, making some great runs, offloads. She just needs a little bit more support, and I think we could see something different from India in the second half.
Great try there from India's big playmaker, Vabiz. Well deserved for her. And the conversion is good. Taking the score now. Indonesia 17, India 7. Both coaches laying down the law there for their squads. George Wilson of Australia doing a great job over the past 2 years for Rugby Sevens here in Indonesia, taking charge of both the men's and the women's teams to where it is today. And now we find ourselves Indonesia women's team in the semi-finals of the Cup of the Asia Rugby Sevens Trophy 2019 here in Jakarta, Indonesia, leading this semi-final 17-7 against India. India to kick off in the second half, running from left to right of your screen.
Right, and welcome back to the second half. India with a kickoff here.
Fumble from Indonesia.
And India capitalizing on that now, but holding on.
Referee will pack down the scrum right in front of the Indonesian supporters over in the far side of the field. Great to see the local support here in Jakarta for their national team. I can see some Indonesian rugby stalwarts over there. Mr. Stephen Nye. I can see Mr. Baldwin out there as well. G'day, fellas. Good to see you support Indonesian rugby. Penalty to India. India with a tap and go. Great defense there from Regina. Another great hit there from Regina. 2 in a row. It's Speedy Gonzalez, and Indonesia! Indri brings down Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, fantastic defense. They did well to get across, because if you give Sweetie any space, she's gone.
But India's still on the attack. Huge gap up the middle, and she's found it. And it's Sweeta Shahi. Sweeta Shahi for a try for India. That conversion was successful. India closing the gap here. It's Indonesia 17, India 14.
Right, with 5 minutes to go, India building a bit of pressure here on Indonesia. Some great defense by Indonesia, but we've got to see these girls with the ball in hand and going forward again.
Time off. Time off. Time on. Another knock on there from Indonesia. Some of these simple handling errors.
Yeah, and we've said earlier in the day, kickoffs give you the momentum that you need right from the start of every phase. So India doing very well with their kickoffs here to put that early pressure onto Indonesia.
Great to see some young fans out there, local Indonesians coming out to support their Indonesian teams. I can see the Nugroho family supporting Indonesia rugby. Great to see.
Yeah, the Nugroho name, a legend of Indonesian rugby, as we all know, household name really.
Scrum now, India with the feed and win. They spread it out quickly. It's Sweetie Kumari. Sweetie
yeah.
Kumari.
Good ball inside, great step.
It's number 8 for India. Oh, great intercept from Indonesia. Let's see what they can do off their try line. Great cover defense so far.
Yeah, really good play there by Indonesia to hang on to that.
And penalty to Indonesia. Not rolling away, India, not rolling away. Exciting stuff here, end to end. What can Indonesia do now? It's Indri.
And Fabi's over the ball for India. And
penalty to India. Vabi's with a quick tap. And she's over to put India in the lead now. The score is now India 19, Indonesia 17.
Coming off now for India, number 1, Shikha Yadav.
That kick is successful, stretching India's new lead now to 21, Indonesia 17.
Yeah, still 2 minutes left in the game. Indonesia chasing it at the moment, but if they can get their hands on the ball, get themselves up into a good position, they could snatch this one.
These kickoffs are really crucial, Ryan, as we've been saying, and I think getting the quick ball off the kickoff, Indonesia needs a quick one now. Oh, they shouldn't have played at that ball, Indonesia. The referees played on. Some good cover defense
hit
there.
Superb defense there by Indonesia. India very strong at the breakdown, doing well to hold on to the ball.
Some good rucking. Vabi's in the middle of the field. What will she do? She'll step back on the inside. She needs support. She finds it in Sweetie Kumari.
Yeah, Vabiz again. There she is playing at 9. She's
well done, Indonesia, forcing that error, forcing that penalty. It's a quick tap and go from Indonesia. They're 60 meters out. What can they do?
And it's Vabiz again with a tackle for India. She's been sublime this game.
Oh, Indri. Ball went backwards. Indri with the ball. Indri finds a gap. It's Indri for Indonesia. Pull from behind. Pull down from Sweetie Kumari. It's still Indonesia. Indonesia needs to recycle. They get the ball. Ball went back, says the referee, but now they're back in Indonesia's half.
Tackle without the ball there.
Referee has pulled it up. We have 15 seconds left in the game. It's Indonesia's feed. This is nail-biting stuff. The score is India 21, Indonesia 17. The time is called off at about 10 seconds to go. The scrum will be packed down with Indonesia's feed, 45 meters out from the Indian try line. As the final whistle, final buzzer goes, Indonesia has last throw of the dice. Indonesia going on the short blind side. They're using that short blind. Indonesia still with the ball. It's Anissa.
Throwing it around.
It's Anissa, Nadia Khoronisa. High tackle from India. Quick tap from Indonesia. They're not back there 10. It's another penalty, and this will be a card. This will be a yellow card for India.
Yeah, not retreating the 10 there at the penalty. Simple error. Desperate times, though.
Indonesia needs to take advantage. Indonesia needs to take advantage of this overlap. This is nail-biting stuff. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. Hollywood could not have written a better script in this. We're in the dying moments. Indonesia with the ball. They switch it back on the blind. It's Leslie Detta taking it up. Vabiz with a great tackle. Indonesia, it's
yeah, and Indonesia
Indri,
opting to stay at
it's
the middle here
Detta.
instead of using the width. They've got a player extra. They should be looking to use the width now.
It's Anissa, it's Nadia. Regina taking the ball up. Hard yards. Penalty to India. And India have picked it up. That is the end of the game. What a great game of rugby in the semi-final of the Cup. India victors over Indonesia 21-17.
Yeah, great advert for Indonesian rugby though. The ladies played really, really well. And home crowd, I think we can be proud of the performance today. Well done, ladies.
Certainly was there, Ryan. Great effort. All of Indonesia should be proud of that performance from the girls. It's their first defeat of the tournament.